Invokers, this is April, the artist behind InvokeArtSense. Today I bring you an ArtSnacks challenge for May and Mermaid Day 5. I'm a few days late for Mermaid, but I'm getting it done. No worries there. And I'm not drowning in frustration yet. But I am doing a few pieces, mostly sketches. But this piece I'm really happy about. Those watercolor pens and the Graphix Fineliners are really great, and I want to buy the full sets eventually. They blend really well. I tested them out on the Bristol paper and they don't work very well. They don't layer very well. The paper picks up after a few layers, and that just doesn't work in my style. Not saying it won't work for others, but for me, not so much. And I love a great challenge, but I don't want to fight the paper. But I did use everything but the colored pencil. The colored pencil is not lightfast. From everything I've searched online, I couldn't find that it was lightfast. And irregardless, I didn't need that pastel-y purple color I had because I achieved that look with just the water brush pens, and they blend beautifully. And it depends on the paper as well. Maybe I think on the Bristol paper it blended okay, but it blended much better on this 100% cotton watercolor hot press paper. I chose hot press paper because it was smooth, and I believe that ArtSnacks sent the Bristol paper because they wanted that smooth vellum surface. It just didn't work out, not for me anyways. But the hot press paper was a great paper to use for this. I could have used cold press paper, but I wanted that smooth effect because I was thinking of maybe if I did use that colored pencil and the Copic liner I did use, I wanted a smoother surface because I was doing line art. Not saying that you can't do line art on cold press paper, but I think most people who use cold press probably do maybe the line art with the watercolor pens or watercolor paint in general. And I wanted this lady, this Octolady, to be completely lightfast because she is for sale in my Etsy shop. The link will be on the screen right now and at the end of the video, as well as in the description. The Higgins India ink I used around the borders where the tentacles are. You know, what do they call that stuff that comes out of octopuses? I can't remember, but it's that stuff. Maybe you can call them clouds too. I used the Aqua pen and Graphix, that Marabu one, that single one, just over the India ink because I was afraid the 100% cotton would not work very well with it, because I've heard that cellulose watercolor paper works best for like stuff like that. Tombow markers, water-based markers. In the hot press paper, I don't know if it would work with that, but anyways, I didn't need to use it for the inside part of her because I had primary colors in the set they gave me. At first I was disappointed in the colors because some other people got magenta, pretty purples and pinks, and I got yellow, sky blue, light blue, sky blue, yellow, and 2 greens. But I ended up liking the colors at the end. I used the 2 greens in her hair, the blue in the background mostly. I know I used the blue in her skin tone as well, along with the Graphix red liner, because the Graphix Fineliners they're pigment inks, but they act like watercolors. So I was able to use them like watercolors. So I gave her a red/blue skin tone along with using the red fine liner for a tail. I just like drew lines in her tail or various places and used water, and it just blended beautifully. Those lines that you put down blended out completely if you wanted them to. And for the final touches though, I did use the fine liners to give a little bit of texture to the tentacles. I wanted the lines to show up a little bit in the red parts. And the Indian ink pump marker was very expensive, and you know, it worked great on this paper, and it looks good, and it's also light fast. And one key thing about that is it is water resistant and even waterproof. At first when you use it and you use water with it, it will, you know, blend very well and spread out pretty far, but once it dries, it won't move. It's pretty waterproof. And the real brush pens, they re-wet and you can rework them pretty good. I would say that I can't tell a difference between real watercolors and these brush pens. That's why I want to get a full set. I mean, I do have watercolors that I need to use, like my Sminka that's been sitting there that I need to open, and now I have more watercolors from Palettefull palettes, so I don't think I will buy them right away, but it's on my wish list. And the Copic Multiliner, it worked great, but it was a little bit thick for the line art, but it was okay. My favorite size for a fine liner would be about 0.3 or 0.2, but 0.5 works fine too, just around the face and the eyes. That's why she got thicker eyelashes underneath her eyes, because I made a boo-boo and her eyelashes suffered a little bit. But I actually like the results. I'm really digging that the spiky eyelashes underneath her eyes and no top eyelashes actually. And this box was really fun, and besides the paper, which is not really a minus to me because I can use it for other mediums later, I would really want to get ArtSnacks again, but since I alternate, I don't know when. My next box I will open will be Palettefull Premier Packs. I got a Palettefull Premier Packs, and that's my next box, so look forward to that. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And my Etsy link is at the end of the description if you're interested in this lovely Octolady. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and see you next time for the next exciting video, Invokers. Goodbye, everyone.